Good afternoon and welcome to Exposition, an art show about the art scene in southeastern Ohio.
Yes, and is it ever a scene?
Yeah. Okay, is there anything new going on at the artisan shop?
Oh my gosh, too many things to remember. But if you go to our Facebook page, Gallia County Artisan Market, or the Artisan Shop and Studio page, we have all kinds of classes coming up and events that you can sign up for. And please go to those pages and check it out and stay connected.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been adding a lot of different classes, whether it's, I think you're making a terrarium kind of deal.
Yes.
There's stained glass.
Yes.
Painting,
Painting,
different types.
cake
drawing,
decorating, other stuff.
And if you have an idea for a class, you might contact them.
Yes.
And maybe they can find the talent to put on the class.
We will. We will do it. We will absolutely find that talent and hopefully fill the need.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of talent, we have an amazing artist on today, Gerry Enrico.
Woohoo!
Welcome to the show.
Yay!
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
I'm
That's
glad
awesome.
I'm here.
Yay! We're glad you're here.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where you're from and where you got your education, and can't tell me where you got your talent because that's like a gift.
I'm originally from the Philippines, and I moved here in the United States 1990. I did graduate fine arts in the Philippines, University of Northern Philippines, and I majored in advertising, but when I moved here, I didn't really use my advertising. It's because I can't communicate. I can't speak the language.
Mm-hmm.
So I focus more on my artworks, commission portraits and things like that. But on the other side, I can do a little of advertising, designing logos and graphic design, things like that. But mostly portraits.
And are they ever amazing?
Oh, thank you.
Oh my
Appreciate it.
goodness. I can't think of anybody more talented when it comes to the way you draw
so
and
kind of you.
everything. It's
Thank
so
you.
true. Very true.
Thank you.
What's your favorite thing to do as far as portraits?
I do surreal, inspired by the surrealism artists, like especially Rene Magritte. Is my favorite.
Yeah.
And I do things about my dreams or how I understand what's going on around me or how I feel, things like that.
What drew you to portraits? There's a lot of things in the world you can draw. And what drew you to that?
Portraits, I love doing portraits, observing people, the way they smile or the way they express their emotions. You can see on their face, even if they don't say anything, but you can see their sadness or joy, happiness in their face, the way you look at their eyes and things like that. And that's drawn me to do portraits. It's because I want to express that, because portraits are record of time of that person. Some people will ask me, can you fix the eye? Can you change the nose? They won't recognize them eventually if I do that. So what I do with portraits is what I see on people. And sometimes I see their emotions on their face. See, we don't really see our face. I've been saying that. We don't really see my face. I don't see my face.
Right.
I will never see my face. I see it on the mirror, but
It's like driving
wrong.
down the road and seeing the front end of your car.
Yes.
You're only looking out of it.
Wow.
Because it's attached on our face. We don't see our face. I will never
right.
see my face.
Yes. Yes.
I see it on the mirror, but it's wrong. My right eye will be my left eye.
Right.
Yes.
It's the other way. And they take picture of me, and it's hundreds of millions of a second, just like that. They will take
Yes.
picture, they will record it, but after that, there's emotion. You can't record that emotion. You can't see that emotion.
Right.
You can see the sadness. You can see the happiness.
Right.
I'm happy right now. I'm smiling right now, but I don't see it. But I felt
Yes.
I feel it right now.
Yes.
So I think it's how you feel, and it will reflect on your face. Be happy all the time, and then it will reflect on your face.
So you're
Yeah, there's certain people, when I take, I do photographs and I do video. When I take a photograph, some people, I don't like my smile or whatever, or say, for example, my wife went in to get her passport picture, and it's like, why do I look so mad? Or I just look irritated or something. It's like, what you have to do, even if you don't want to smile, you think happy, you think smile in your head, not that you're activating your mouth and showing your
Yes.
teeth,
Yes.
but it will come through the
Yes.
eyes.
Yes.
And so I did that in my passport picture, because you can't smile on your passport. And she's, why? Why is yours so much better? It's like, because I was thinking smile.
Yes. Yes. It's how you feel.
Right.
It's how you feel. It will radiate or reflect on your face.
right.
It's very interesting too. Every time I study portraits, even now, I'm still learning with portraits. I draw on the spot and things like that.
Yeah,
I
artist
study-
never stops learning.
No. And especially with mugshots. Look at mugshots.
Scary.
Oh, yeah, but there's
Some.
something behind it that,
Yes.
A life
they're
experience.
guilty, or
Yes.
they're innocent, or they're criminals. We judge
Guilty,
them
guilty,
by the
guilty.
look. We judge them by the look,
Yeah.
but behind it we don't know.
Right. True.
We don't know what's in them,
We
Right.
don't know.
and that's very looking at mugshots. I usually get those people who are wanted and things like that,
Yeah.
and it's fun to look at them. Just look at them. Just study them.
Isn't that something that you're working on? Some special
Yes, we're-
project in
well,
Huntington? Yes.
We're gonna have. They invited some artists. I don't know how many. I think it's 9, and we're gonna have a show at Huntington Museum on January. Our interpretation of San Quentin maximum security prison
Yes.
during the 1920s. It's very interesting because they were hat. All the mugshots, they were hat because they
Really?
need to know the size of the head.
Oh.
And I said, I fit to that.
That's
it's
so
fun, I know.
cool. Yeah.
It's fun. I'm excited.
So what kind of
January.
other artists are doing stuff? Are there painters and sketchers? Or-
Yes, different type of artists and different genre sculptor, I think.
Are they doing mug shots? Or are they doing...
Interpretation on those mugshots, and
Oh, okay.
I did some studies already because our deadline will be October to show the artworks that we did or studies and things like that, so they can
Okay.
advertise it.
So it's what the artists, like their own style and what they...
Interpretation
Their
on the-
interpretation.
So if
can-
it was cubist or something?
Yeah.
Yes, anything that you feel like to interpret on the pictures of
Right.
the criminals, or
So
should
it's
I
not
say
all
pictures?
realistic? It's
No,
whatever.
No, whatever you feel like.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That
more
is gonna
on
be
the
so
eye
cool.
of the artist to express on what they see.
Do you think a lot of it will be just pure dark? Do you think there's some light in there?
Maybe, and that's the best part because you don't know.
Yeah.
And I have some study. Well, you'll see. You'll
Okay.
see. I can't
Yes.
really explain it, but
I
Right.
can't wait
You'll
to
see.
see that. January.
January. Yeah. I
Okay.
think they were saying mid-January.
Okay.
I
So
hope
at the
it's not gonna be
Huntington, West
snowing.
Virginia Museum of Art.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That'll be cool.
I hope it's not gonna be snowing that day.
Yeah. We'll pick a
Just
day.
like
It's
that.
not snowing. Go down.
Yeah.
How long do the exhibits usually last? Is it a week?
We
a month?
don't know yet. We
Don't
don't
know.
know yet.
Okay.
Sponsored by the Level 1 with Mr. Jack Bordelis. Because that's his collection. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited about it.
It might be
Okay.
a traveling show.
That's what they're thinking. That's what
Oh.
they're talking about.
Yes, it should be.
It might turn into traveling show. They might bring it to somewhere else, museum and things like that.
That's a
And
great
what prison
idea.
was it?
San Quentin during the 1920s.
Okay.
because they have this a record, and they show it to us, and they want artists to express what they see on those pictures.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Well, bringing up seeing pictures, I think it might be good. You know, it's all well and good to talk about art, but you got to see it.
Oh man,
Yes,
I can't wait.
It's a visual,
This
Right.
visual art.
this-
So
a
let's
great
bring
part.
up in
Ooh.
no particular order some of Gerry's work.
Oh,
This is one of the attempt to draw aluminum foil, because aluminum foil, it's so unpredictable with those reflections.
That's one thing that I always felt was like the hardest thing to do is in oil painting, paint something that's metal. Silver and gold with all the reflections and everything, and that just seems
Yes.
incredibly hard.
And I tried it with pastel.
Okay.
that's gorgeous.
Thank you. And this is one of the commissioned work.
Oh my gosh.
Mommy's little girl.
You could just pick her up.
And this is 18 by 24, I think. And this is a good story. I did work as an apprentice at the tattoo, and we were thinking about how about if my chair would be an electric chair. Looks like electric chair. So we were searching on the internet and finding if they have that. But we came out with this guy. His name is George. I don't remember the last name, and I think he was the youngest that been electric chair because somebody
my
told him
gosh.
that he killed a couple of young girls.
Oh my goodness.
You know what
This-
state it was?
I think Alabama,
Okay.
and I drew it in ballpoint. And this one is part of my artwork. I love birds. I like to express them.
I thought
this-
that was really interesting. That's not.
Yeah.
This is surreal, right?
It is surreal. It is surreal. Well, I'm fascinated with vultures. I mean, those birds. How important they are. We don't like them. We don't. They kind of like scary or weird looking, but
It's just like the trash man. What if the trash man didn't come to your house for
that
like
is
6
true.
months?
That is very true. Yeah, yeah. And this is one of class demonstration.
That's
A quick sketch.
amazing.
Now, most of
Different
these
trees.
things, are they done from pictures or settings?
Some are from pictures, some are from settings.
Okay. So it could be either.
It could be either.
Because getting a little girl like this to set for a while would be
No,
incredibly hard.
I did a workshop. We do workshops. I do portrait workshops, and I told the students, the attendees, to bring somebody who wants to be our model.
Okay.
And one of the grandmother brought her 7-year-old granddaughter.
Okay.
And
Slow
of
them
course,
down.
7-year-old. And I said, oh, this would be interesting because they're not going to sit long.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not going to sit long. And then she fell asleep. And I said, let's draw her.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So this is charcoal.
This is charcoal.
Okay.
And this is me when I was 8 years old.
Ah,
And that's me coming out.
wow.
And that's a drawing of you coming out.
That's a drawing of me coming out. And this is when I was, I think, 4 years old. I remember this picture. Before they took this picture, I fell on the stairs.
Oh,
Did you have a bird on your hand?
No, no, I just had that.
Okay.
And this is, I call it not demonic, because people are wired to, when they look at things and they judge.
Just the skull is a scary thing.
Yeah,
And
just
then,
the skull is a scary
Yes.
thing.
And then you put horns on it, or
and put
horn-looking
horns like a
things?
pencil, and that's a baby's mouth. Everybody has a skull. Come on.
Yeah.
yes.
Don't be scared about skull. We have that.
It's a natural
Oh,
thing.
that's the
And
most.
this is a commission work.
amazing.
Yeah,
I
that
did
to me
commission work,
looks almost realistic.
Thank you. I do commission work. Dogs, commission work.
Schnauzers, my favorite. That's so oh gosh.
And this is one of my latest work. I call it What We Don't Know. This is about politicians. They don't really want to tell us what we don't want to know.
Yes.
And that represents the fly.
Ooh.
The fly is what we don't know?
The dirt of politician, or something that they do if they're corrupt, or
Right.
Or what?
because the fly,
Attracts
when we see fly,
flies.
we're disgusted.
Yes, because they go on. Are we allowed to say poop?
Yeah,
they
yeah, and that's
Because they go on poop.
yeah.
Yes.
And this is one of my daughter's portrait. I don't remember. She was 8, 2005. She was born 1994. And this is my grandfather. I drew it with ballpoint.
Yeah, to me, ballpoint pen would be difficult because you can't undo it.
You can't erase.
Right.
You can't
You
erase.
put it down there, it's got to stay.
Yes, yes, and the control of the weight of your ballpoint, and
Yeah.
that's
Would you
very
sketch that first
Yes.
then? You'd
Yes.
sketch it first so it wouldn't
Okay.
be,
Yes.
totally just ballpoint.
Not from
Yeah.
beginning to end ballpoint.
some of like the other one from the beginning to the end. It's
Okay.
ballpoint. And
How about this here?
This is my daughter again. I drew her almost every year. And I remember this, she was asking to go with her friend. And this is when she's 3 years old. This is my first pastel
Your
portrait. That's why
first.
on my
Oh.
signature there's number 1. I used to number them, but I lost track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
can
number them.
imagine. That's amazing.
And this is a demonstration in class. I'm using Cretacolor pastel, hard pastel.
Now these, to
And-
me, that is not torn paper. That is a drawing of torn paper.
Yes, I love that challenge of showing the three-dimensional look, that when you look, it's kind of like three-dimensional.
Right.
You're an expert at that.
And this one is inspired by, there's a place in Thailand that they entertain people with monkeys. And those monkeys, they torture them just to entertain. They have a big rope on their neck, and they have a whip,
Oh no.
and they let them ride bicycles or a small motor with the helmet. They put a small helmet. And people are just
Laughing at
laughing at it, and
And
like
it's being
and it will
tortured.
fall, and they will like laughing at it. And I said, I felt bad, and I want to show on this artwork that they have emotions too. They have heart.
Yes. They're creatures.
So that's the burning heart.
Oh my goodness.
And this is most of the drawings that I'm illustrating. It's more about people wired to judge.
What's on the inside, maybe?
And that's a child's eye when we see other people with other religion and we judge them. And
So this is an Islamic person? Okay.
this is more on illustration. And this is my self-portrait reflection.
Now, would you have done that looking at it, or would you have
From
taken a
photo.
picture?
I did take a picture.
Okay.
My sister took a picture of that.
So that would
And
just,
that's the whole thing.
what's the idea with the apple?
Well, this is inspired by Rene Magritte. I was saying earlier that Rene Magritte is one of my favorite surreal artists. He has a lot of pictures with the apple and the hat. And
And you're all about the hat.
I'm all about the hat.
That's awesome.
And this is my mom when she was a teenager.
So you went back in time.
No, I did that for her birthday.
Oh.
Well, that was 1997 when I did that. And this is one thing again about people are wired to judge. And they will say, oh, that's demonic. Well, I call it not demonic. When you look at it, look at the horn. It's not.
It's hot
a
pepper.
hot pepper.
Yeah.
And this is
Well-
a project with the art
Oh,
department here with Benji Davis.
yes.
What was the idea behind this?
Not demonic. I did etching, and we print probably 40, 20.
So this is carved and then you print? Okay. Is that carved on wood or?
No, carved on copper plate. Or aluminum. No, aluminum. I don't remember. Is it aluminum or?
So are you carving away material or are you
Yes.
bending it?
I'm carving with the point material etching, like a hard material, and you.
That's sort of like
Scrape it
they used to
away.
do illustrations back in the 1700s.
Yes, for printing. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
And this is one of my workshop, a demonstration on
Do you
how
start
to
on the
do-
eyes?
Yes, I start with the eye.
That's the most important part.
Because in on the spot portrait, I start with the eye always because the eye will tell you who the person is. If your eye is wrong, everything will be wrong.
Right.
You
And you
can't
want to get
recognize the
initially
person.
because if they're sitting there for like
Yes.
an hour or so,
It will
they might
change.
get tired.
Yes, it will change. Yes, sir.
So you want the brightness of the beginning.
yes, the excitement,
Right.
and that's what I'm gonna look at first. So I start with the eye,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what you want to capture, not tired or.
Yeah. Are you done yet?
Oh, this is one of my favorite portrait of my daughter, and she emphasized that I'm gonna draw the tattoo on her pinky. If you see the
That little
star,
star.
yeah, the little star. I
And
was
what's she thinking? Why is she looking off this way? She looks a little
very expressive.
something. I'm not sure.
well, it's
Frustration or
no. There you go. Thank you for saying something about the artwork. That's the connection. It's not. It's just a normal photograph.
yeah, because she's got kind of a smirk.
You don't see me like this all the time. So
Yeah, no hat.
no hat, that serious look. I'm
Yeah.
happy all the time. I feel
you-
happy all the time.
You look like somebody just scratched your card. like, hey, what the heck?
And this is inspired by the Lake Correctional. When I go there and teach class art, we're looking at the worm because it feels like we don't really want to see worms in our garden, or we want to kill them because we don't want them to eat our plants or food.
Okay, so you got
And-
like a caterpillar on your finger.
Yes, there's a caterpillar on my finger, and by the time they get out, I have a lady who called me. I keep contact on her, and she said, "Oh, I'm doing great now. I have 3 jobs," and that represents the butterfly.
Okay.
Wow.
And that's me. We were talking about it earlier about we don't see ourselves. So
Not
that's
as you
my
truly are
illustration.
because you're looking in a mirror and you're backwards.
Yes, but I'm illustrating myself.
Right.
And this is my daughter again. She was tired one day and fell asleep. That I call that a late nap.
So was this a live or a
Yes, I
picture?
started sketching when she was sleeping, and then I finalized it with the picture. And this is one of my workshop.
Now, what do you do in the workshop like that?
We have a model.
Okay, and that was a model, and everyone else in the class
Yes,
drew that,
yes,
or
yes.
at least from their
Or
perspective.
do some demonstration, or they want to draw something else. I do some demonstration with the model, and then they can do it themselves.
Okay.
And this is the type of crumpled paper. That's Picasso. And I always see crumpled paper without a picture on it. So I thought, how about if I put a picture on the crumpled paper?
Wow.
And that's a great challenge.
That's amazing.
And there's 3 moths on it.
Yes,
What's the deal with the 3 moths?
I just put it there. I love moth. I think I'm a night person. And I see moth all the time. I go out and watch the moth.
Moths
I love
and
moth
birds.
and birds.
Yes. Oh, there's a theme there.
Okay, so you can commission a work. So how would you go about getting you to do a work for
They can contact me on Facebook. They can message me on Facebook, Gerry Enrico, or they can go to my page, Gerry Enrico Artist, or on Instagram, Gerry Enrico.
Maybe we might put that in the description on the YouTube down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what kind of things would you do? You could do a pen and ink or charcoal.
Charcoal, pastel. It's been a while I haven't done.
What were the
oil.
dogs? Was that like color pencil?
Pastel.
Pastel?
Yeah,
Okay.
those are pastel. I
And
can do murals.
Oh,
I can commission murals. What else? Design tattoo. I don't do tattoo anymore. What else?
But you can do the design for that.
I can do the design for that now.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can contact me.
What
Word of
would-
mouth.
well, I was going to ask a price range, but that's probably hard to do.
Starting 150 on 14 by 17 inches on
That's
charcoal.
fairly big, yeah.
On charcoal.
Okay.
I don't want to do smaller, 8 by 10. I'd rather do it bigger.
Yeah. And by the time you put it up on your wall, an 8 by 10 looks really small.
Yes, you'd rather have a
Yes.
photograph.
Right.
Because drawing, it's more better when they're bigger.
Yeah, this is true.
Coming up, besides your show in January,
Um,
is there something else you're working on?
I
or-
do commission works. I do classes in Ripley
Oh, good.
and Charleston. Thursday, tomorrow, I'll be in Charleston from 6 till 9. And then Friday, I'll be in Ripley from 6 till 9. Harris
What kind
Building.
of workshop is that? What do you teach?
It's not a workshop. It's just a regular class. Whatever project they want to do, they will come and they will start, and then I can guide them.
Is it drawing and painting?
Drawing
or, what?
or painting, they can paint or whatever art they want to do, and then I can guide them.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And where would you find those classes listed?
In Charleston, it's on Paintbrush Studio along Pennsylvania Avenue. And in Ripley, in Harris Building, is just across the City Hall. Every Friday on Ripley, 6 till 9.
Okay.
Great.
Well, that's great. I hope everyone has enjoyed seeing Gerry's work. I think it's amazing. Good
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
Thank you.
It's
Appreciate it.
It's out of control amazing. We're so blessed to have you here today. It's
So,
an honor.
I'm glad.
Check
Thank
him
you.
out on Facebook. If you want to, search it. It's Gerry Enrico, Gerry
ENRICO.
Enrico. So search that out. He's got a lot of the works, just the stuff you saw, and a lot more. So if you want to see that, check him out there. So thanks for watching Exposition, and we'll see you next month.